Let us talk about why the speed of light is basically a brutal cage the universe set up for all civilizations. Imagine you have a spaceship that can actually travel at the speed of light. You head towards Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our solar system, and this 4.2 light-year trip might feel like just a split second to you. But when you make it back to Earth, you will realize that more than 8 years have already passed down here. What is even crazier is that even flying at the speed of light, there is still over 97% of the universe you can never reach. The speed of light, which we rely on for interstellar communication and space travel dreams, is actually just a massive and precise prison. It permanently traps all civilizations, including us, on our own isolated little islands. To truly get the nature of this prison, we need to rethink what speed actually means. Human history is basically just a timeline of us breaking speed limits. From horse carriages to cars, and from airplanes to rockets, every single speed upgrade has seriously boosted our understanding and control over the world. All this experience gives us this illusion that cosmic distance problems can also be solved by just going faster. In our sci-fi movies, faster than light travel, warp drives, and stargates are basically standard gear, making it feel like moving to other star systems is just a matter of time. But reality hits hard, bro. When we step out of the cradle of Earth and get ready to conquer the stars, we slam right into an invisible wall, which is the speed of light limit. This is a fundamental rule of the universe and an absolute boundary built right into the fabric of space and time itself. Let me ask you guys something. Just how fast is the speed of light? Yep, you guessed it. The speed of light is about 300,000 kilometers per second, which is how fast light waves travel in a vacuum. That number is not just randomly picked, it is actually the absolute maximum speed that cause and effect can travel in our universe. What does that mean? It means it is the fastest possible speed for one event to affect another event. Imagine you light a candle, and that light shoots out at light speed. Only the places that light reaches can actually be affected by it. This sphere of influence is like an expanding bubble, which physicists call a light cone. Every single one of us is living inside our own light cone. We can only mess with things inside our light cone, and we can only be affected by things inside of it too. The speed of light is the absolute boundary of this light cone, literally defining the scope of our possible existence. This mind-blowing discovery comes from the special relativity theory of Einstein. It is not just some crazy theory, it is an objective fact proven by countless experiments. That is exactly why they say everything inside your light cone is basically your destiny. Once we get how the speed of light acts as the boundary for cause and effect, looking back at the universe reveals a wild truth about how we see space. When we look up at the starry night, we are not seeing the universe as it is right now. We are actually looking at a massive historical archive. For example, the sun we see in the sky is actually the sun from 8 minutes ago. And the Andromeda Galaxy we are looking at right now is what it looked like 2.5 million years ago. This means we will literally never know the true current state of the universe because we are always just looking at its past. This crazy information lag keeps us living in the shadows of the past forever, unable to touch the real present moment. Now let us look at space travel again. We run into an even deeper paradox brought by relativity, which is the elasticity of time. According to special relativity, when your spaceship gets infinitely close to the speed of light, time inside the ship actually flows slower than the outside universe. This is called time dilation. Our Milky Way galaxy is about 100,000 light-years across. If a light-speed spaceship flew from one side to the other, the passengers on board might feel like it did not take much time at all. But if we step out of the ship perspective and look at it from Earth, that whole trip from start to finish would still take a solid 100,000 years on the galactic clock. 100,000 years is way longer than the entire history of human civilization. This means the second that ship takes off, it is destined to be a permanent goodbye to the civilization they left behind. So this is where the cruelty of light speed really peaks. It does not just block us with massive distance numbers, it completely tears apart the timeline, tying the travelers back to their home civilization. It makes ultra-high-speed space travel feel subjectively possible for the individual, but on the objective scale of a civilization, it becomes completely meaningless. You might be able to reach distant places like some kind of time jumper, but you can never sync your present moment with the present moment of your civilization. Once you set off, You are destined to become an isolated island of information drifting through space and time. You will forever represent nothing but the long-gone era you departed from. What is even more depressing is the ultimate limit caused by the expansion of the universe. In 1929, astronomer Hubble discovered that distant galaxies are all moving away from us, and the further away they are, the faster they are escaping. After nearly a century of verifying this, we now know the universe is not just expanding, it is actually accelerating its expansion. Because space itself is stretching, those galaxies that are far enough away are actually retreating from us faster than the speed of light. This means the light from those galaxies will literally never reach us. Based on the latest data, there is an even vaster region outside our observable universe, and because of this cosmic expansion, those areas have permanently left our zone of cause and effect. Even the speed of light, the fastest thing in the universe, cannot catch up with the pace of cosmic expansion. This basically draws an absolute hard line on our dreams of exploring the whole universe. But facing these crazy physical limits, scientists have not stopped thinking outside the box. They have come up with some theoretical ways to maybe bypass the speed of light, like wormholes and warp drives. The whole idea of a wormhole is like digging a tunnel through space-time to connect to super distant points, cutting down the actual travel distance. A warp drive is imagined to compress the space-time in front of a spaceship while expanding the space-time behind it, basically pushing the ship forward inside a little space-time bubble. These ideas sound amazing, but they all face massive theoretical hurdles. Keeping a wormhole stable enough to travel through requires some exotic matter with negative energy, and whether that stuff actually exists is still a total mystery. And the sheer amount of energy needed for a warp drive goes way beyond anything we can currently wrap our heads around. But if we look at it from another angle, we might realize that the speed of light cage might not actually be a completely bad thing, because it probably acts as a massive cosmic filter for civilizations. If traveling faster than light was actually possible, an ultra-advanced civilization could easily colonize an entire galaxy in a super short amount of time. Considering the universe is 13.8 billion years old, if interstellar colonization was doable, our Milky Way should already be completely covered in traces of alien civilizations, and full-blown star wars could be happening right now. However, all we see is just a dead silent universe. Maybe it is exactly because of this speed limit that different civilizations are forced to keep a safe distance from each other, preventing the whole universe from being rapidly taken over by just one empire. In that sense, the speed of light limit might just be a built-in mechanism of the universe to maintain peace, balance, and diversity.